So before that, you tell me why this concept of sustainable development came. What was before that? Millennium Development Goals were there. What was Millennium Development Goal? Till what time and how many targets? 15 and targets 8. Okay. So these were the targets. Read very briefly. What was the first one? Eradicating poverty and hunger. We should not know this and we should not remember this. Don't worry about noting it down. Just note. Observe. Eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Both are together. Then universal this primary education, promoting gender equality and empowering women, reducing child mortality, improving maternal health. Like this, there were certain targets. But some of it we have achieved, some of it we have missed. So when in 2015 we were crossing the deadline, we came with the concept of SDG goals. How many goals are there? Now observe the first and second. What is first? Second is, what was here? What they have done? They have taken, segregated it, and they want to go with more focused approach. Okay. Okay. So the idea is, कुछ भी हो जाए, हिंदी में बोल रहा हूं जानबूझ के, I will repeat in हिंदी, कुछ भी हो जाए याद तो करना ही है, ठीक है? मतलब you do anything but you have to mug up. How is the translation? So you should know for your answer writing. Whenever the topic is coming of infrastructure, which one will you quote? SDG 9. When the issue of or the matter of energy related things are coming up, what will you quote? 7. Whenever gender inequality concept is coming, 5. Whenever the concept of income inequality is coming up, 10. Okay. Whenever the matter of health is coming up, SDG 3. And education, okay. 5 was with respect to, we saw. With respect to hunger, whenever we were talking about food security, which should come? SDG 2. So this way you have to introduce or conclusion in order to achieve the target of SDG 2, which India should aspire for this, that. You get right. So we should know this. Okay. So how many of you know it? Or do you want time and to learn it and I should ask? Just 2 minutes. So we'll discuss. First is with respect to poverty, second hunger, third is with respect to good health. Means when you will be not poor and when your hunger needs will be solved, you will be healthy. Quality education with good health and education, gender equality will improve. Just double it. 5 into 2. When you are talking about equality, you are talking about inequality. Inequality with respect to income and other inequalities related. Okay. 6, we always remember that due to sanitation. Okay. This is affordable energy. By this time we all know that SDG 7 is with respect to energy, sustainable energy, clean energy and all. 8, we have done one particular chapter. So by default you should know. SDG 8 is with respect to infrastructure, which okay, that is 9, sorry. This is with respect to, I will tell you what, USD 5 trillion means economic growth. Okay. So remember that way. Industry 9, 10 is 5 into 2. Okay. 11th is urbanization, cities. According to 2011, how many population, what population was living in urban areas? 31 point something, so it is 32%. But to achieve sustainable cities, which goal should be 11? So 2000, somehow I'm not making sense, I know. 2011, 11 SDG goal, whatever you can link it. Here on the climate related thing. 13th one, 12th is left. What is 12? Consumption. One topic will come with respect to resource efficiency. Again, you will, when we will discuss that topic, by the end of that topic, you will remember that SDG 12 is with respect to resource efficiency. Yesterday, we discussed one topic of resource efficiency in agriculture, smallholder agriculture. Okay, so there you can use that concept. Okay, SDG 12. SDG 13 onwards related to climate or environment and all. Climate action. 4th is life below water. 14. 15th is life on land. 5th is for all things what you need. Peace, prosperity and all. And for peace and prosperity, most important thing is required partnership of countries, institutions and everything. for the goal. Okay, so 15 and 16 and 17 ठीक है, मतलब हो जाएगा, nothing is required, no pain. 13, 14, 15 is related to climate, within climate then land and ocean and then land, okay, and rest we have discussed. Okay, so now tell SDG 1, forget about no or this, just tell the word related to what. SDG 1, more louder, all everyone. No, you will realize the importance when this person or this class will come into your mind. Okay, SDG 1, okay, we shouted it was poverty. SDG 1, poverty. SDG 2, SDG 3, SDG 4, 5, 6, sanitation related, okay, and 7, okay, 8th, USD 5 trillion, 9th, 10th, reducing inequalities, 11, 2011, urbanization, sustainable cities, urbanization, okay, so 12th, resource efficiency, 13, 14, 15, 16, 8, 17, okay, good to go. Now you will not forget it, I hope. So we have one newcomer, clap for her, welcome her. Okay, now just for you, no, it's okay, we are not, no problem, we are not commenting on that. So no, please don't mind it. I didn't make them clap for that you are late. No, please don't mind that. Just we welcomed you in the arena of SDG goals. Which SDG goals? Since we are welcoming her, which SDG goal? 5. Very good. So since we are welcoming you in SDG 5, for you we will do one more revision. SDG 1, SDG 2. I hope nobody is feeling that this is wastage of time. SDG 3, 4, 5th. Yeah, she knows that. You were listening outside. Okay. Good. You know that. 6. Okay. 8. I asked 8. Okay. 11. It was easy in going in the flow, no? Okay. 17. Okay. 15. Okay, now you be quiet. I forgot. 12th. Wait, wait. So, something related to sustainable consumption, resource efficiency and all. Okay. Okay, then 11. Sustainable cities. Okay. And what is left? 7th. 9th. 8th we have discussed. 10th. Gender equality. Now only remaining is 13. 14. Okay. 16. When 16th you can use in 16th you can use in international relation and all. Whenever you want to write something about peace and all, you can write that in order to achieve the goal of SDG 16, all the countries should collaborate and this that. All bol bachan. Okay. So how was it? Now we need one natural question come. How MDG and SDG are different? How MDG and SDG are different? This question can be asked in mains. So with respect to MDG was having limited goal. First we will discuss, then we will see. First MDG, make 2 columns. MDG was having limited goals. SDG was is having more comprehensive. MDG goal was more on focus and focus was on development and more economic development. Of course, there was poverty and hunger, but economic development was targeted more. But here we are focusing on what kind of development? Sustainable development and environmental well-being. In general, sustainable well-being. That was top-down process. It is inclusive or bottom-up process. MDG focus was mainly on developing countries and it is focusing on all the countries. traditional statistics, they use traditional statistics. Here they are using not only traditional but also data revolution. They are going with respect to evidence based policy making, because after 2015 or 2012 only data is being revolutionized more in comparison to in MDG. They didn't recognize the planetary boundaries. Okay, as soon as I put this slide, they started noting. In the last one, let me make the class little bit enjoyable. In the last one, they are saying there is no recognition. Come sir, welcome. We were waiting for you only. Come. No, it's okay. Come. There is no recognition of planetary boundaries. What is planetary boundary? Which all SDG? 14 and 15. Okay, but there we are recognizing the limits of the planets and its resources. I don't have the projector's remote, otherwise I would have shifted it little bit. Last one, should I repeat again? Last one is this one. Last but corner. 14. That's why I was saying, let me explain. First, let me explain. MDG, this way you will remember it, no? MDG, the goals were, but in SDG it is comprehensive. With respect to development, what was the focus here? More kind of economic. Health was also there, but more economic, but there sustainable. Or even if you don't want to write economic here, right? It was in general development, but there we are focusing on sustainable development. Here you will write top-down process, approach. There the approach is evidence-based. Here the focus was on developing countries. There all. Here the data or the analysis was done with respect to traditional statistics. There they are taking care, they are including the data revolution also. Here hunger and poverty we saw in MDG, there were different goals together they were there. In SDG the goals are different. Education with respect to quantity, that this much number should be, or 100% enrollment ratio, 200% whatever. I am not saying that some target was there 200%, but 100% some number was there, they were quantifying it. But here what they are saying, forget about the quantity, it should be vocational education should be there, quality should be there. So quality education was focused. With respect to funding, the focus was on ODA, means other developmental assistance, but here focus is not only on developmental assistance, rather than the countries they themselves have to generate financial resources. So the financial resources, the broader set is being considered, broader set of financial resources. With respect to planetary resources, in MDG there was no recognition of planetary boundaries, but here they started recognizing it and they told that we have to live within the resources of the planets. What is the biological earth? No, not. What is that shoot day? Ecological shoot day. Earth overshoot day, yes. What is that day? It changes everywhere, every year. This year, no, I think 1st August. 1st August. Last year it was 2nd August. It is shifting one day. So it suggests that till now, why 1st August? We are not happy with one earth. We are consuming the resources of 1.7 earth, right, or 1.5 earth. So it shows that the resources are declining. So it shifts every one day. So the ecological capacity of the earth is declining. Okay, so this is clear. MDG versus SDG is one of the expected question. Even it doesn't come, you should know at least the differences. With respect to financing, now we know SDG, we know MDG, we know the differences. This was not given by this economic survey. From here on, economic survey is giving certain data. With respect to finance, they are saying that to finance the goals, the needs, or to whatever needs SDG is targeting, whatever goal it has set, we need around USD 5 to US dollar 5 to 7 trillion for overall world. What is the present economy of India with respect to GDP? 2.7, 2.8, 2.6, you will get all the data. But this year our finance minister she told that we are targeting to become 3 trillion. So at least approx whatever is the economy of, so 5 to 7 trillion. is financing is needed to fulfill the SDG goal at worldwide level. They are saying that out of that USD 3.9 trillion is required for the developing countries only. So first they are making argument for whole world, then they are telling about developing countries we need 3.9 trillion per year. This is per year. USD 5 to 7 trillion per year, USD 3.9 trillion per year for developing countries. But what is the status of current investment? They are saying the current investment is hardly USD 1.4 trillion. US dollar 1.4 trillion. So 7 to 5 trillion, then what is the data? 3.9 trillion, then 1.4 trillion. So overall what they are presenting by this difference, that for developing countries there is a shortfall of 2.5 trillion. There is a shortfall of 2.5 trillion. So now it is on you. You better either you write all the three data, or simply by writing the first data that the whole world needs 5 to 7 trillion per year, but for developing countries there is a shortage of 2.5 trillion. So it is on you how to present the data. Okay. So this is one thing, and this is by UNCTAD, UNCTAD. UNCTAD, and this data was in 2014. So 2.5 trillion. When you are writing 2.5 trillion, how to remember it? What is the economy of India? 2.6, 2.7. So something near about that. So what is the economy of India? That much is the shortage in the financing needs of the SDG goal for the developing countries. Okay. A linkage just to remember it. $5 to 7 trillion. That is required. Presently they have not given, because more need is in developing countries only for sustainability. Somehow they are managing with technology, they are developed. So that's why you are making the argument for the needs of developing countries. Even if you have that data, you will not require it, that because the more focus is on developing and least developing countries. No? So we don't need that data, and they have not given it. Okay, India's progress with respect to index. Niti Aayog has launched one index, SDG index. So they are telling that all the states and UTs are improving on 13 out of the 17 SDGs, except that 12, 13, 14, 17. You don't need not to remember that. India is improving on 13 out of the 17 targets. Niti SDG index. They have also launched one composite index, where they check or they rank the competition is done with respect to the states. So next is success. Success wise, they are saying that India is doing very good with respect to SDG 10, which is reducing inequality, and India is also doing very good with respect to SDG 15, which is life on land. So they are saying success wise India is doing very good in 10 and 15, but struggle or the problem where they are struggling is with respect to SDG 5, which is gender inequality, reducing gender inequality, and 11, which is sustainable cities. Okay. So India is struggling at 5 and 11, 10 and 15. So just to substantiate your point, you will use these arguments, struggling and steps. So what steps have been taken? All these flagship schemes are there, no? Swachh Bharat Mission, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, all the schemes. With respect to all SDG, if you write one scheme, there will be how many schemes? 17 schemes you can write. So now you know the category, you can tell the steps taken in all the SDG. So this way you have to process your mind. Okay, now for SDG, Ganga is one of the resource, river. So they are presenting the argument that we need to address the problems of Ganga. One case study or one study they have given with respect to Ganga. So lifeline of India, since it is a lifeline of India, it is its need or checking its pollution is very much required to attain the sustainable development goal. Okay, don't think how come out of the blue it has come. Okay, it is very much linked with the SDG. You will understand in the last slide. So major component of Namami Gange mission, I have written these down before writing that. sewerage project management, urban sanitation, urban river management. Of course, we need not to remember all these things. But why I have presented it that whenever you want to solve a problem of any city as a district collector or in a case study, or whenever you want to present one question comes itself on Namami Gange only, basic and all. So what is happening there? All these things are happening here. So how to remember it? All these three are related to urban area. What is the first one? Sewerage. Second? Third? So maybe you can do like Ganga, what is major components? You will draw one urban, one other box, one other box. So this is with respect to urban, okay, 1, 2, 3. With respect to one, this is industry pollution, increasing water use efficiency and water quality. Somewhere with respect to industry, or you can link with these industries, okay, just for your categorization, need not to write that everything is being done with respect to industrial pollution is there, let's say. So whatever polluted water is coming out, you want to increase the water use efficiency within the industries. I am giving one example just to link it. And also at the same time, whatever water they are discharging as after treatment and all, that water quality should be improved. So you can link with industry just for a good linkage, okay. Now overall river, this is with respect to urban areas, with respect to industries, and overall as river, on river what is being done? River is being promoted as a public space, ghats, on the especially Varanasi and all the cities which are situated on the banks of Ganga. Ghat reflects a social lifestyle or social life of India. When you will go to Ghat, you will see not this Ghat. South India, the different Ghat they follow. Which is that? Western Ghats. So when I came here, I was new. So people used to say, have you gone to Ghats? I said, yeah, I used to go. I have taken bath there. Bath? How come you can take bath? No, Ganga, we have gone Ghats. So Ghat is different here, Ghat is different there. Then cremation. Have you seen this movie? Masal? Masan. So river as a public space. So for modern crematory grounds, not grounds, facilities are being provided so that pollution can be checked. Ghats are being modernized so that pollution or throwing of the this flour and other things, it can be checked and it can be treated and pollution can be checked. Last is with respect to rural sanitation. On the overall river bank, there are many villages also. We are not only targeting urban areas, we are also targeting rural areas. And to manage overall this Ganga and river, there is one clean Ganga fund. So this way I have categorized so that you can remember it. And why this we need? Why we need this? So that even if you remember 5 points, when the Ganga analysis of Ganga comes, you can write 5 points. Otherwise, a question comes with respect to if you are a DC and you have to manage the solid waste management or garbage of any particular city or any sanitation related activities, at least you will have pointers in what all dimension you have to think, okay. One question if comes on analysis of Ganga, which SDG will you link? So this is a very important topic. One is SDG, if we need to check the lifeline or we need to curb the pollution on in the lifeline of India, Ganga. Second is we need to improve the resource efficiency. Which SDG? Yeah, there was one example, one case study. Water use efficiency was there, right? So with respect to water use efficiency, one example is there. This Mathura refinery is there. So Mathura refinery, what they are doing? They are reusing 20 million of liter MLD. It is called MLD. Unit is 20 MLD. Million of liters per day. So they are reusing 20 MLD of treated wastewater in Mathura refinery. So what they are doing? They are generating waste to wealth. So whenever you want to write any example related to waste to wealth or this increasing water use efficiency, you can write that Mathura refinery is reusing treated water up to 20 MLD, right? That I need to ask them. It can be multiple purpose. In Infosys, this campus of Mysore, They use treated water for gardening. They use for flushing activities. So it can be many things, but what they are using, I don't know. And why they are using? Because Yamuna is stressed. Mathura is on the bank of Yamuna, no? So to check the stress or to check the pollution of Yamuna, there, why aspect is there? Okay, resource efficiency. So what is resource efficiency? There is one topic in GS3, resource mobilization. How many of you know that? You know that? Resource mobilization is one topic in GS3. So when you need to mobilize the resources, the question can come on increasing the resource efficiency or improving resource efficiency. So that's why we should read this topic properly. What is the definition? Or what will you write in resource efficiency? What is resource efficiency? Don't write it, it is there in notes. I will just read out for you. It is transition of the management of natural resources with a progressive minimization of waste in both consumption as well as production. What three words we got? We will read here so that we can memorize. What three words? What kind of transition it is? Transition of the management of what? Natural resources with a progressive minimization of what? Waste in both where? Consumption as well as production. So when you are consuming any resource, or when you are producing resource, and then you are consuming. So at the both levels the waste generation has to be minimized. So it is management of that thing particular. Okay. So resource efficiency means a transition of the management of natural resources with a progressive minimization of waste both at the consumption and production process through policies, measures and whatever steps, technology, you can do that. So this was the definition. Everything is there in notes. Estimates. One study, International Resource Panel. At prelims level we would have read INRP, International Resource Panel. So they have done some study that in G7, if the G7 countries will start using the policies or measures or technology with respect to resource efficiency, they will be able to reduce global use of natural resources by 28%. And global house gas emission will be reduced by 15 to 20%. So basically one estimate is there just to substantiate your point that International Resource Panel is saying that if the G7 countries adopt the resource efficiency related methods, policies, technologies, they will be able to reduce 28% of consumption of resources, raw material, and 15 to 20% of the greenhouse gases will be reduced. Is it clear? Don't think am I giving too much of data? This point, I have kept only such data which you can use to substantiate your point. Is it fine or it is too much heavy? No, you tell me frankly so that I will improve. Is it too much? No, because this is bare minimum. You should remember. So when you are presenting an estimate, you will present this argument that as per International Resource Panel, G7 countries, if they start adopting for resource efficiency, they will be able to reduce their consumption of natural resources by 28% and reduction of greenhouse gases by 15 to 20%. Okay, good. Next is this estimate and all we have done. They have also given with respect to economic benefits that they will be able to save 2 trillion of money also. Leave that. Only minimum things whatever you can remember. Greenhouse gas is related with respect to this environment and sustainability, that you should remember. Resource, we are talking only about resource, so 28% reduction of natural resources will be there, that you should remember. What will be its economic value? Why we are bothered to know that? And why you are thinking that it will reduce? Don't you think that they will go for, I will tell you. Don't you think that they will substantiate with the help of renewable energy? If their consumption is not reducing, they are using the resources, not new resources, they are using it efficiently and they are treating it, they are reusing it, right? So it doesn't says that their energy consumption will decrease, no? Nowhere you can relate it. Anyone? Can we relate it with that their energy consumption will reduce? They will be rather more efficient. India has reduced energy intensity. They have become more energy efficient. It can be one of the example of the resource efficiency. What was the energy efficient, energy intensity of India? Let me ask you. I am not targeting you, and we are discussing. What was the energy intensity of India? How? TOE, 0.004 TOE. It has reduced to TOE. So what it does symbolizes that have we reduced our energy consumption, but we have become more efficient, right? And what was the energy consumption? Any data we had? Huh? Yeah, that we have. What is the total installed capacity of India? 356 megawatt. Okay. Out of that, coal, thermal, 64%. Good. So you got my argument or any confusion? Like it is nowhere related because we are becoming more efficient. So how to give you? Are you satisfied or should I give more example? Good, no? Okay. Current and future projection for India with respect to resource efficiency. We will see what is the current scenario within India and what are the future projections. It was expected, first we will see the present. Present is that India has been in 2010 as per TERI. TERI, you know, what is the full form? Who was the head initially, or what memory comes when we think of TERI? What did he say? Pachauri? Anybody knows? Pachauri? Nobody knows. That beard guy, he was blamed or that alleged sexual assault was there. He was head of National Skill Council, I think, and NSDC also. He was given some joint Nobel Prize also with someone. He was not given, that particular organization was given, he was heading at that time. So Pachauri, I have that memory, Pachauri only, okay. You have this association, no? When you see first thing, you will associate certain memory with that thing, no? So TERI means Pachauri, okay. He was head. So in 2010, India accounted for 7.2% consumption of globally extracted raw material. Whatever raw material was being extracted globally in 2010, India was consuming 7.2% of it. So that is one of the consumption related data we have. But at the same time, recycling is very low in India, okay. And Niti Aayog also mentioned under current only, the Niti Aayog presented one paper on resource efficiency in 2017. Are you aware of it? Paper on resource efficiency 2017. They have made this argument of circular economy, these things are there. Okay. So resource efficiency was there. This Niti Aayog strategy paper on resource efficiency 2017. They are saying that in 2010, India consumed 5 billion of biomass, fuel, metal and minerals. And when India consumed that, India was the third largest consumer, okay, after China and USA. China was consuming 21.5 billion or approx 21 billion, USA was consuming 6 billion and India at that time was consuming 5 billion. Both the data are related to 2010. So now it is on you to present one data or two data, or because they both are same. Whatever globally extracted raw material, that is more wider, India was consuming how much? 7.2%. But with respect to this, few resources only, minerals, fuel, you need not to remember that, but you can say India was the third largest consumer as per Niti Aayog in 2010 with respect to certain raw materials. At the same time, China and USA you can compare. So this is the scenario of current and future projection for India. Now it is being argued that okay fine, we have consumed and where to cut down? What can be the priority sector for enhancing the resource efficiency? One we have already seen. What was that? Very good. We have already seen, I am saying. Of course, railway is there, but we have spoken or we have discussed the topic itself, resource efficiency with certain things. Exactly. Yeah. With respect to agriculture. Yeah, I got your point. That is an aspect of it. De-dieselization, current account deficit, whatever we discussed, resource efficiency will be there. That is, we discussed resource efficiency with respect to, in addition to any particular topic. That what I am saying. What was that? Already they have given the answer. No, you all given the, tell them. So what was the broader topic? Increasing the irrigation water productivity. It was one component of what? Very good. But what was the broad topic? Bringing resource efficiency to smallholder agriculture. In that we saw the resource efficiency of irrigation, resource efficiency of fertilizer. What was the fertilizer response ratio in? It is decreasing. What was the ratio? It is now hardly 4%. Earlier it was 13%. All gone. All gone. Should I go and drop my friend Majestic? That is better, no? Anyways, you guys are not responding. It is 7. I can reach also. Okay, so thank you all. They are not serious. Okay. No, what do you suggest? Should I go and drop my friend? See him off? Aye? Video call? Who said that? I am not that guy working in Delhi that who will buy a phone for my girlfriend that okay we have to do video call. Okay, fine. क्या करें चंदन चले? Tomorrow I will go. Okay. Tomorrow it can be. See how this is her empathy. This shows that she is a very good civil servant. She is inclusive. She is emotionally intelligent. She is sensitive. This is not I am telling her qualities. I am telling these are the keywords you should use in ethics. Okay. No. Actually, you should make a list of keywords. I have made. I will not share. Emotional intelligent. What she reflected just now? Tell me five qualities. She was considerate about me. What qualities she reflected? Empathy, compassionate, sympathy. All tell you have to use the words in ethics. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is understanding yourself also, but at the same time you are entering others' shoes and you are understanding their point of view. She reflected emotional intelligence. Then she was being very honest also. That any day, sir, anyways we have one day, so we can cover the things tomorrow also. She was very honest. Okay, so moreover you have to use all these things in your, okay, some are doubting how come she is honest. Okay, so we can use these keywords in, so like this you have to relate and think every time, whenever you are moving, you have to think like that. Okay, then only you will be able to replicate them in your answers efficiently. Okay, if I am not gone to see of my friend, what I am showing? Professionalism, my duty, right? So such way you have to relate the things, right? Then only you will, if you are not responding, I am asking the question, if you are not responding, what you are showing? But good, better words, you will not write that. Lack of responsibility, accountability. So you got it, what I mean to say. At the same time I wanted to make the class jolly also, but at what was the purpose? Arey bhaiya, I was targeting only ethics, he started targeting, we are utilizing the capacity, but since the students are absent, see the seats at the back, have a look. So this is less capacity utilization. Okay, I was talking with respect to GS3 only, GS4, but good linking. This is required. Okay. Okay. So where were we? Priority sector for. Anyways, I'll go and meet him Hyderabad. Even though I want, but leave it. Priority sector. Okay. For we saw the status, this, that, and what is the status and projection in India. We'll see what is the priority sector for enhancing. What should be the priority sector within India? So they are saying that priority sector within India can be, first is e-waste, second is waste management, third is plastic waste, and certain focus area Niti Aayog has suggested. So with respect to e-waste, they have presented one data. They are saying that e-waste basically USD 1 billion worth of gold can be extracted. US dollar 1 billion worth USD 1 billion worth gold can be extracted by just mining the urban e-waste. If you just mine the urban e-waste or segregate it, you can just mine what, how much gold? Worth of 1 billion. 1 billion what? Rupees or dinar? Cents? Okay. So this is one data they are saying, that if you make the e-waste management efficient, you can do this. Second, they are saying, for that you need to know what is the status of India in generating e-waste and all. So there is one body called Global E-Waste Monitor 2017. They estimated that India was the 5th largest producer of e-waste. India was 5th largest producer of e-waste by generating 2 million metric tons MMT, 2 million metric tons, not that MMT what we discussed yesterday, 2 million metric tons of e-waste in 2016. So what was the ranking? 5th largest. How much they are generating? 2 million metric tons in 2016. So this data we have, that how much we are generating. If we are generating this much and we are standing at this level, so if we start only mining the urban e-waste, how much we will be able to save? 1 billion, okay, $1 billion. So this is one. And when we projected that thing, no, that's that India, under projection we spoke that India consumed how much in 2010? 7.2%, and with respect to billion, 5 billion in 2000. They are saying that if it is projected that by 2030, whatever our targets are there, if we are by 2030 the demand will double. Okay, so when you want to write this argument, you will write that India was consuming in 2010 5 billion of certain resources, and we were 3rd largest economy. If we have to grow, we have to achieve the target of USD 5 trillion and other things. India will need the requirement will be just double by 2030. So for that we need resource efficiency. This is your argument. You are presenting one data, you are comparing it, how much we will need, and for that we need resource efficiency. So I am just adding to that point. You didn't get the linkage? What? Okay, so priority sector we saw e-waste, its status, how much we are generating e-waste and what can be the potential. With respect to waste management, they are saying that if we efficiently manage this waste management with the help of policies and technology, it can generate 14 lakh jobs. So another area of potential employment generation. We added many things. So this can be one. Efficient management of waste can generate how much job? 14 lakh jobs in India. Next is plastic waste. India consumed around 14.5 million tons of plastic in 2016. Now there is this Rajya Sabha, which is big picture. One documentary or one episode is there on plastic pollution. So do watch that. That is very good. Yes. And more. India's. Of course, big picture is sufficient. Okay. And this Niti Aayog has also suggested a few things in this circular economy and resource efficiency paper they suggested in 2019. So they have suggested 4 focus areas. What we discussed what economic survey is suggesting. Niti Aayog also has suggested that few areas are there where if we focus more, resource efficiency can be managed. That is steel, aluminium, e-waste, construction and demolition waste. So these dimensions I am giving you so that you can think in what all dimension resource efficiency is required. So in what all dimension? 1, steel, aluminium, e-waste, construction and then these are by Niti. What else we discussed? E-waste, plastic waste and waste management policies if efficiently. So now you have your arguments how to present your answer, right? Okay. So what is next? International example for resource efficiency. International example is with respect to two things. One at the level of extraction and designing. Second is with respect to waste prevention and recycling. So with respect to extraction and designing, there is a country Iceland. Iceland is reducing the use of primary raw material itself, and in that way they have reduced the impact of extraction on the environment. So they are reducing the need of the raw material. Maybe they are fulfilling from the reuse, recycle, right, or they are going for increasing the life cycle of the products, decreasing their depreciation and all by investing technology. So I am interlinking lot of things. I hope it is clear. Okay. So Iceland is doing that. France has also introduced one strategy of integrating environmental aspects into designing of the products. So when you are designing any product, they have integrated what will be its environmental impact. So if you will analyze it, accordingly you will design it, you will try to reduce or minimize the environmental impact. So with respect to extraction and designing, we saw two examples. One is, second is France. Third, with respect to waste prevention and recycling, Poland has initiated transform waste into resources. But we have very good example, Sweden. You know Sweden? How many of you saw that day Hindu's newspaper when one picture came with one crane collecting garbage, and caption was that Sweden is running out of waste to generate this electricity. Anybody can recall? You can recall? What was that day? No, I asked just for fun. Nobody's laughed. No, that's what I know. Now everybody is. I asked you date so that people will laugh and you will respond something. Poor joke, no? Poor joke. Yeah. Sorry, I will improve. By next economic survey class, I will improve. So that is one of the valuable feedback I should take. I should improve my jokes. Okay. So this is with respect to Sweden. You can write they are generating waste to energy or waste to wealth or whatever you can say. Waste to wealth was there in e-waste, from where we can generate gold of worth $1 billion. Waste to energy, Sweden is doing that. They basically import waste to generate energy. Okay. Okay, like this we have example. Next is Niti Aayog has recommended certain measures for mainstreaming resource efficiency. What is the recommendation? They have recommended many things. So basically you need to draw one hexagon. Hexagon, you know. Benzene structure. How many of you were good at chemistry? I was also good at. Come, will you draw benzene? No, I have different affiliation or attachment with benzene. When I was in class 12th, this benzene, I made a pot here, okay, and a colorful benzene. Then from benzene, here another benzene and toluene, here another benzene and some other product, here some. So like this one tree came of benzene and I pasted it in on my wall, and I used to feel very good, okay, I know everything of organic chemistry. So this was very beautiful. I used to take that and sleep and used to revise. So like that I have very good affiliation, but I was very poor at inorganic because I was very good at organic. And you won't believe, since then I am teaching. I used to teach organic chemistry to my friends, but I compensated it. Huh? What did you say? Huh? No. Means at that time I was teaching them everything, but I lost my time at other places. I couldn't join FAMC. Okay, so benzene, why did I remove? Benzene, you saw that hexagon you will draw, then I will tell you 1, 2, 3, all the corners what you have to write. And slide is there. This is the slide. I will not show you. Okay. Okay, see this we needed. This, you should not start noting down everything. This is the projection of consumption of key natural resources in India. We have one data that we were consuming how much? 5 billion in 2010. It will be double by 2030. This is one data we have. What they are saying, by Terry only 2019, they are saying of total, this is of respective metal, biomass, this, that, we are not bothered about that. The total resources, whatever we are consuming, we were consuming it 4.89 or 5%. 5% only, no? In billion tons, same thing, 5 billion tons, and it will be approx 14 billion tons by 2030. So either you remember this or remember that. That is also by Niti Aayog, this is by Terry. Exactly. So they themselves are at conflict. So anything. For a better graph representation, you use the same data and put it in graph by simply mentioning one x-axis and y-axis. You will show in 2010 how much we were consuming, 5 billion. In 2030, the expected rise is of 12, 14 or 15 or double or whatever it is. According to it, it is this 5 to 14. Okay. Whatever data you want, you can keep. So everybody has drawn that hexagon. Sorry, my favorite benzene. Okay. What is the formula of toluene? Toluene, you know toluene. What is toluene formula? On benzene, just put CH3. Am I right? Good. I am proud of myself. Okay. Done. Should I tell? You have not drawn benzene. Okay. So first, top one. Top of the benzene will be policies. Okay. Right hand side and left hand side of policy. This is the structure. So here you will write programs. On the other side, here you will write regulations. So here you have written, here you have written, here you have written. Okay. Here you will write the below down one, research and development, R&D and technology. R&D and technology. Yeah, R&D plus technology. Next, right hand side, you will write recycling industry. Recycling. The other side, on your my right hand side, you will write this capacity development, comma outreach, capacity development, comma outreach and monitoring. In between, what will you write? Niti Aayog's 6 pillars for resource efficiency. Niti Aayog's, in between, Niti Aayog's 6 pillars for RE, resource efficiency. Clear? Done? All set? Okay. Okay. So, what all are here? Programs, regulation, policies. Here what is there? R&D, capacity building, recycling, industries. So here whatever things are there, you are managing at what level? Macro or micro? Micro. This is at what level? Macro. So this is at macro level, this is at micro level. By the way, these additions are my own. Why do I claim this? Marketing strategy. Simple. Okay, done? People are not laughing, they became serious at marketing. Okay, we are good to go. So this is it. So broadly, you know, even if you don't know the content, you can at least draw this macro level, micro level, so that something will come to your mind. Now we will go to the detail level. Don't jump by writing. First, listen. Policies. What kind of policies we need? Policies are required. National policy on resource efficiency is required. We don't have any policy. So let's bring one national policy on resource efficiency. I will give time to note down. First, listen. National policy on SPPP. What is that? Even I don't know. Let me refer. What is that? National policy on sustainable public procurement. Okay. National policy on SPPP. Then next is national policy on end of life vehicles. End of life vehicles, whatever vehicles are there, try to use whatever will be there end of life, try to use till then and try to extract whatever resources you can with respect to steel, automation and all. So, they have suggested many other policies, but we should broadly, even if we write one point into it, there are people who are busy in writing. I am not looking at them, they know. First listen please, I am talking to you here only, now I have to look it, first listen. Policies, what 3 policies? I am basically trying to make you remember, okay, so that even if you don't write it, you can recall it, okay. So, the idea is revise here only. What 3 policies will you talk? Resource efficiency, national policy on sustainable public procurement, third national policy on. So, at least now something will come to your mind, what kind of policy we need, even if nothing comes, the pillar itself is about resource efficiency, the policy should be about resource efficiency. Programs, what kind of programs do we need? They are suggesting that try to use CSR, CER, what is CER? Yeah, this corporate responsibility. So, again a new word, corporate social responsibility, and try to use corporate environment responsibility, and EPR we know, extended producer responsibility for resource efficiency. So, this is one. Second is leverage flagship schemes like Swachh Bharat Mission, ZEZ, zero emissions, zero effect, zero defect. Third is Namami Gange, we have already discussed Namami Gange. So, try to leverage such flagship scheme, so we can work on resource efficiency. Third is leverage National Clean Energy and Environment Fund, from where the money comes to it. Yes, cess on coal, that is a kind of carbon tax we are getting. What is the value? Rupees 400, okay. So, that is that. What kind of policies will you leverage? You got the words, try to recall. CSR, CSR is CER, corporate, then environment extended producer responsibility for resource efficiency, then flagship scheme, Swachh Bharat Mission, Namami, this, that, then try to use clean energy fund, whatever money you are getting, try to leverage that. Okay, this is with respect to program. Then there should be certain regulation should be with respect to usage of nothing. Yeah, there should be a coordinating body. For now, there is no body to regulate such things. So, there should be a coordinating body, Bureau of Resource Efficiency, BRE. Okay. So, BRE should be there. It should be a national coordinating body. Then try to rationalize the tax regime. So, basically they are saying whatever new or virgin raw materials are there, increase the tax on the virgin raw materials and decrease the tax on the secondary or the secondary raw materials to make the prices competitive. So, even if you don't write anything explanation, rationalize the tax regime on the raw materials. This is with respect to macro conditions, okay. At national level what should be done. Now, we will see the micro level. First we will see the recycling industry. What should happen with recycling industry? Material recovery facilities should be there. If let's say if you have to, from many days I am collecting this CFL and fused bulbs and all, but where to deposit it? Do you know? Please let me know. No, this is question. Huh? BBMC, but where? They never take. If they take, they dump everything. Not every, I segregate dry waste and wet waste. Even they mix both of them. What they do, you know, the vehicle which is coming, at least in my area, I ask, sir, wet or dry? Eradu, kodi. Then I gave it, and they just open that polybag, black one, and they will mix both of them. No, I have seen inside they have not segregated. In the van which is coming to my area. The van which is coming to my area. No, I know, they have put fine, tax, everything, they are doing very good. But the van which is coming to my area, they are not doing so. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So strict he is. Sorry? Sentiment hurt ho gaya. Mera na? Okay, so where were we? My argument was not that they are not doing it. My argument was there should be material recovery facilities in every area, or you can say block level, panchayat level or ward level, so that whatever resources are people want to give. I have been collecting plastic, seriously, from where to give that? Same BBMP? I don't know. Okay. Okay, don't stretch it. I am just saying. So what should be there? Material recovery centers. The facilities should be there. Okay, you submit it there. Then they are saying that whatever fills your landfills are there should be urban mining and secure landfills. Before dumping it, it should be made secure. How? By extracting the material and whatever things. Let's say urban e-waste. We should extract the gold or whatever resources you can by urban mining. For that, we need the responsibility of BBMP. Okay. PROs. What are PROs? Yes, we know that. What is PRO? Producer responsibility organizations for waste recycling and all. We need such things. Next is, I am hungry. Research, R&D and technology. What kind of technology we need? Definitely this is not, BBMP is not using it. So I can say this can be used. They are using artificial intelligence, blockchain and robotics. When I give examples, I don't mean literally, I mean that you should remember it somehow. Research and development and technology. What kind of technology you should bring? Let's say blockchain technology, where we saw the usage of blockchain as case study, coffee. So here also you can say this plastic has been generated in Bisleri. One initiation, it is being consumed by Himanshu. So end to means production to end consumer, if it is being tracked with the help of blockchain technology, and if I want to return, at least they will give me money. Okay, you return this plastic bottle, will give you 50 paise. But for them to know that who has consumed actually and whom to give money, blockchain can be helpful, right? So like that, try to use robotics, AI and other things. Let's say who is buying TV. This is very small example. TV is very big thing. If I buy it, the person from whom, the retailer from whom I have bought, if I go after let's say 15 years, 20 years to recycle it or to submit it, it is possible they might take it or they might not take it. But if we help of blockchain technology, if we maintain a record that okay, this TV was bought by this person, at least they will take it and they will not deny it. So this is one example where we can use blockchain. Like this, we can use all the other technology. Robotics, in segregation process you can use. Then we will not fight, they are segregating or not. Robot will segregate properly. Be it the van in his area or in my area. Okay. Next, capacity development and outreach monitoring. So there should be certain monetary indicators. Whenever the level is this, then we should go for urban mining. Whenever level is this, we should definitely go for resource efficiency. Beyond this, we cannot generate waste or urban e-waste or something. Then accredited lab should be there. We should test the quality of the resource material, recycled materials and whatever things are being reused for that. Then development, certification program should be there for informal sector who are very much involved in. For them, the skill development should be done with respect to this. Okay, this is it. So, is it easy to remember now, or is it easy to remember the way it has been given here? You can say this is easy, yaar. Why do you want me to? Okay, now you can draw. Benzene is easy, my favorite. Okay, let me know where, do you want me to tell? Policies you have written? Okay, how do you note it down? Okay, so how should I tell you? How should I tell you? Policies? Headings you note. Okay, under policies you note. National policy on resource efficiency. Under policy, everybody note down. National policy on resource efficiency. Second policy should be national policy on sustainable public procurement. Third policy should be on national policy on end of life vehicles. Coming to programs. Sustainable Public Procurement, SPP. Okay, coming to programs. Use CSR. Should I continue? Let me know when you. Should I take? Okay. Using CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility, then CER, Corporate Environmental Responsibility, then EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility for resource efficiency. Second point within program only is try to leverage flagship schemes like Swachh Bharat Mission, Zero Effect, Zero Defect, Zero Effect only. Zero Effect, Zero Defect scheme, Smart Cities, Ganga Rejuvenation Mission or Namami Gange, you can write. Then third point within program is leverage National Clean Energy and Environment Fund. Clean Energy and Environment Fund. So program is done. Next we will switch to regulation. Within regulation you have to write that there should be a national coordinating body named Bureau of Resource Efficiency, BRE. So bring a coordinating body which will look after the resource efficiency programs in India. Within that or leave it, we will switch to next. We will switch to research, R&D and technology. Okay, AI, use AI, robotics, blockchain, such kind of technologies you try to bring. Within recycling industry, that is another sub point, means side heading. Recycling industry, you try to, there should be material recovery facilities, MREs. Facilities should be promoted and within the urban areas and industrial areas, so that they can easily collect the whatever waste is being generated and they can do the, basically the material recovery facilities are to recover the material which has to be resourced or recycled. Then urban mining and secure landfills should be taken care or should be facilitated by ULBs. Urban mining and secure landfills. Okay. Next, PROs, Producer Responsibility Organization for waste recycling and engagement within the informal sector. So basically, you have to talk about the role of PROs, this Producer Responsibility Organizations. Within now, last one is Capacity Development, Outreach and Monitoring Program. Under that, we need accredited labs which can conduct the testing of recycled products and accordingly they can provide advisory services. Under that, you need to write that certification for informal sector skill development in resource efficiency. Certification for skill development of informal sector in resource efficiency. Last is develop monitoring and outcome indicators. Develop monitoring and outcome indicators for tracking progress on resource efficiency. Monitor and indicators are required for what? To monitor the or to track the progress on resource efficiency. So in between, what are these? We are talking about Niti Aayog's 6 pillars of resource efficiency. So whatever we discussed, there are 6 pillars of resource efficiency. Is it clear, everyone? We have given sufficient time to it. Now we can address the question. So what was the previous question, like heading we were going on? Everything completed here. One full question can be asked on resource efficiency. Even if it doesn't come, you can use this dimension in your answers. Now you know how to use it. Whenever you will talk about sustainability, you will use it. Whenever you will talk about agriculture, you will use it. Whenever you will be talking about there is crunch of resources in India, you will try to mention this as a dimension, right? Whenever like data, quality certification, we were talking about what all dimensions we can. This can be one dimension with respect to sustainability, resources and other things. Okay, now comes sustainability. So we need to also we need to take care of climate change. Climate change and its financing is related, is essential. So basically in this, only one fodder material we get is with respect to financing of the climate change. So few facts we will talk about. What has been India's mean surface air temperature? We will see the data of it. Then we will see the data with respect to emission intensity of India. Then we will see the financial needs of India. Okay. Then we will see what are the three essential. We will talk that later. First, let's have a look at the India's mean surface air temperature of India has increased. It has been plus 0.41 degree centigrade. 0.41 degree centigrade. It has increased basically by 0.41 means around 0.5 degree centigrade, significantly above normal. In the year 2018. In the year 2018, India's temperature, mean surface air temperature has increased by 0.41 or 0.5 degree centigrade. And in 2018, and 2018 was the 6th warmest year on record. Since when? Since when we are maintaining the record? That is, since 1901. Whatever record we have about the air surface temperature, that is since 1901, and 2018 has been considered as the 6th warmest year. Now don't ask me which are the previous one. Even if I tell you, you will try to use it, right? Don't use it. 6th warmest year has been 2018. That is only required. They are saying this emission intensity of India has reduced. Second data, emission intensity of India, India's GDP basically. We have data. Do we have any data from the previous chapters? We have one data that due to this energy efficiency, greenhouse gases have reduced, right? We have one data. So this emission intensity of India's GDP came down by 21% between इंडिया जीडीपी और किस चीज का इंटेंसिटी लिख लेगा, गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज जो आप प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो उसी से तो इंटेंसिटी आप मेजर करोगे, और कैसे मेजर करोगे? गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज के लिए ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, इंडस्ट्रीज, all everything will be considered under GDP only, right? So GDP is a broad term. India's GDP is this what? Emission intensity has come down by 21% between 2005 to 14. Between 2005 and 14, it has reduced by 21%. So three data we have: emission intensity done, India's mean surface temperature done, and financial needs. How much finance or how much money we need for implementing this adaptation, climate related, what climate change adaptation methodologies, technology. India needs US dollars 206 billion between 2015 and 2030 for adaptation, resilience, disaster management. Another data which we were having with respect to sustainable development goals and how much shortage we have and what is required. What was that data? Not we. Who? Developing countries are having shortage of $2.5 trillion. That is equivalent to India's current GDP. Okay, so now we have two data with respect to how much finance we need to fulfill the needs of the sustainable development goals and how much money India needs with respect to meet the challenges of climate change. What is the data here? Financial needs 206 billion in between this sustainable development goal period only, 15 to 30. One more period is there, 15 to 31. Which framework? 15 years framework. One framework, I am saying in the word last it is framework. It is related to, it is related to disaster. Tell me, I will also talk to you guys. That's why people are not responding from that. How much we need? Finance. how much finance we need to finance the India's need. No, you have, yeah, no. I saw you saw down. Okay, you tell now. Between? Good. Okay, what we were discussing, how much trillion we need to manage the sustainable development goals? For world level, we means when we are talking about we, who are we? Developing countries, how much we need? Okay, good. And shortages of, when you are telling everything, tell that also. No, shortage. 2.5 billion. Okay. So what the question we were discussing is that there is another framework. Exactly. So she was giving answer, you people were not attentive. I heard that. That's why I was including you. I was not targeting anybody, so don't mind it. Okay. So she gave the answer. What is that framework? Sendai framework. It is related with what? Disaster management. Where is Sendai? Japan. Which are the two strategies before that? She will only tell. It is given in class 11th NCERT India, last page. First was, all are Japan only. First one is starts with H. Yes. Second one starts with Y. Yes. Good. Clap for her. Okay. Next is financial needs we have seen. What is the next we are going to say? They are saying economic survey has suggested that 3 essential S of climate, 3 essential SS of climate finance is required. 3 essential S of climate finance are, first is scope, what should be the scope, what it should cover. Then second is scale, at what scale we should develop the finances, and third is at what speed we need the climate finances. So 3 S of climate finance which we should keep in mind is, first one scope, second scale, third speed. Okay, good. Now we will see in detail about everything. So scale, the scope, the majority of the funding or the financing is focusing on adaptation. They are not focusing on mitigation. So it should include adaptation plus mitigation activities. Second, they are saying when you are accounting it, in general accounting means what? Accounting? Business accounting you do, the money accounting you do, no? CA and all they do. So they are saying accounting of climate finance should be done with respect to from where the what money is coming from public grant, what money is coming from private people, what money is coming from new and other additional resources. So the accounting of climate finance should include such parameters like public grants, private money, new and additional resources. So they are saying there should be holistic accounting of the climate finance. Clear? Second, scale. At what scale they are saying? They are saying that developmental challenges, especially in this developing countries, and least and L&D. What is that? Least developed countries, right? And L&D. What is L&D? Loss and damage. So UNFCCC Paris Climate, it was said that not only adaptation and mitigation, loss and damage is not being accounted, right? So we are not considering loss and damage in the climate financing. So that is another aspect you can write. So scale, they are saying that the focus should be more towards poorer countries. Scale, because there is one Oxfam report in 2018. They told that people in poor countries are likely to be displaced more than the rich people in the rich countries due to this extreme weather and all. They are like more displacement will be in which countries? Of course, in the poor countries or least developing countries, small countries, island nations, such nations. So they are saying that by mid-century of this century, the cost of climate change to developing countries are estimated to exceed USD 1 trillion per year. Leave this. Now we have better data and we have data that developing countries are running short of 2.5 trillion. We will use that data in a scale. In a scale, what two things we will mention? First, we will mention that as per Oxfam report, poor people in poor countries are more vulnerable for displacement due to climate related problems or damages, extreme weather events. Due to extreme weather events, people will be displaced more in poor countries. Second data we have that for that the developing countries need how much money? They are shortage of 2.5 trillion. So that data we will use. Leave this data. Okay. Speed. Speed, again you can argument with the speed that the same data that we are running short of this and we are still pledging for USD 100 billion. Global environment facilities, global what is another thing? GCF, Green Climate Fund. What is the target we are aspiring? 100 billion, and we are already shortage of 2.5 trillion. So speed should be there in analyzing the scenario, what is coming or what is waiting for us. We are not having money, we are running short of that much and we are still at billion level, 100 billion, and out of that you will be shocked to know hardly 20 billion or something has been mobilized. Yeah, 20 billion. So this is it. This data shows that status of funds. This is what has been pledged, blue color, what has been deposited and what has been approved. So this blue one is 30 billion and the green one is 25 billion and this approval has been 20 billion. How much 1 billion is equal to? So this data they have given in million. So don't get confused. Simply we have pledged for 30 billion, let's say. They are saying as per this data 30 billion, 30,000 is equal to 1,000 or 10,000 million is equal to 1 billion. Okay. So this is 30 billion, this is 25 billion and this is 20. Pledge has been of 30 billion. Deposited has been only 25 and out of deposited only 20 billion has been approved and our target is of 100 billion and we are running short of 2.5 trillion. Developing countries. The whole world needs 5 to 7 trillion. So now you have all data to present your argument, right? When you need data, you need stats to present the argument, you have everything. Should I change this or you want to draw this? What? No? You want? No. Okay. Yeah, we have data, so we don't want it, right? Even if you don't draw this, you remember one data that 100 billion is the target. We have hardly achieved or we have hardly mobilized 20 billion and shortages of in trillions. So forget about this. Next comes International Solar Alliance. We know that when it was launched, prelims question it has been asked, many people would have made a mistake also. 2015 or 16, 17 something it was asked, prelims question. Okay, it was launched in Paris Climate Agreement 2015 between France and India. So basic we know when it was launched and the purpose was between the sunshine countries, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, whatever countries are there, they should join to develop solar energy. So there is one very big motto is, let us together make the sun brighter. They will make the sun brighter. Just see. The sun is making not himself, in mythology himself only. The sun himself is making brighter every day and they are saying we will make sun brighter. Wow. Rather the motto should be, let us make ourselves brighter with the help of sun. That is logical, right? Logical. Huh? In my logo, in my motto, global warming aspect, he always contradicts me. Airtel, how I am, let us make ourselves brighter with, okay, forget, we are wasting time. Okay, that motto is not required. So that is one aspect. Program we know, what is International Solar Alliance? First treaty based international intergovernmental organization, first time any successful international level international agreement by India, So that you will write. Then India, this only a few things we need. This what are programs related to, I have mentioned in note, some like agriculture usage, they are scaling solar application for agriculture use, for affordable mini grids, for rooftop, for e-mobility and storage, everywhere whatever you can think of where we need solar energy, you can write that Indian Solar Alliance, International Solar Alliance is working there. New platform they have made through Exim Bank, they are financing, India is financing through Exim Bank to almost 15 countries. These are the few things I am telling only so that if any analysis comes on ISA, you can write about, okay. So India is financing through Exim Bank almost 15 countries, so a kind of soft power, they are building the capability approach. Which mama? Solar mama. New platform, they have developed one platform known as Action to Transform platform, where they are bringing together project developers and bankers together so that they will discuss what the project want to develop and the financial needs can be taken care. What is the name of the platform? Action to Transaction. And they have also devised one award to appreciate the solar scientist. So all these are tits and bits with respect to International Solar Alliance awards to appreciate solar scientists. This is it with respect to this chapter, okay. Now what we discussed, it will make sense now. We discussed with respect to sustainable development goals. We saw with respect to sustainable development, we saw first the difference between, before that we saw what are sustainable development goals. We welcomed her by Achha, we welcomed her exactly at 5, no? Good. By the way, we welcomed her by clapping, okay. So, SDG, again poor joke, no? SDG first we saw, and all the 12 SDG, now you know exactly. What is the 11th one? What is the 12th one? What is the all? Okay, so MDG versus SDG, we know that flowchart is this tabular format that has been made by me only. So try to remember it, or should I ask? Should I ask? You can write the points, right? You will think with respect to finance, with respect to goals, with respect to coverage, with respect to planetary limits. So these are the broad categories. You will try to recall, points will come. Okay. So, what we need for sustainable development goals, we saw the sustainable development goals, we saw the difference, and for sustainable development, we saw that we need Namami Gange and its component at industries and overall river level. Okay. ISA initiatives, just now we saw one platform, one another awards, then financing, then certain programs related to solar, okay, that, and then resource efficiency. This is the important topic. Now you tell me. Tell me definitions. What was the important core point of definition? Management of good. So production level, consumption level, we are trying to manage the wastage, okay, of resources in order through policies and measures. Okay, very good. So current and future projections of India. What is the current status? No. What is the point of revision when you are looking at the notebook itself? Close it. Now you try to recall. What is the current projection of India? I never interacted with the people at the back. This is very bad. I will come. This is very bad. You guys should see. I am visible here also. How does it? I will not come. I will never come here. Seriously. Anyone, please go stand on the board, please. Anyone, please. It is not wasting your time for me. What happened? Please come. Oh, it's always like that. Why didn't you tell me? We'd have taken care of it, no? You have told. Have you complained about it? It has been throughout the class like that only. Or yeah, you guys would. No, actually it would be problem for you guys, right? Okay, so what is the, I'm very disappointed. The current projection, what is, how much India is consuming? I came to interact with you guys, tell. 7.2% in which year? 10. And as per Niti, how much billion? 5 billion. 10. Okay, India, China was consuming, and third largest, we were third largest. That, why it, again it is blinking like that? Okay, what is next? Priority sector. What were the priority sector we discussed? Okay, with respect to waste management, we saw one data. What was that? If we start 1 billion of gold, then okay, and with respect, if we start managing this E efficiently, the waste management is being done. How much job we can create? 14 billion. And what else? Okay, what was Niti's that benzene? Tell the macro level. Front guys will take the micro level. You tell macro. So that is macro level. Now you be quiet. The front row, please tell about the micro level. Oh, I was biased actually for you guys. When you guys were speaking like this, I used to think you guys don't have energy. Now they don't have energy. I'm really sorry. Don't mind. Please. Now you guys don't pay attention. Speak loudly. 3 micro level. So within that you know the sub points. What kind of policy, what kind of programs, what kind of this, what kind of capacity building, what kind of R&D, and what kind of recycling. Everything is clear. Actually I was biased for them. When I went there, your voice was not coming. So I thought now you guys are not responding. Sorry guys. And they are facing lot of problem. The TV is blinking and I am not visible to them. Seriously, I was disappointed. Okay. That is clear. Then climate financing, what were the facts we saw? That shortage and all is one target, climate financing. Then 3 essential S. What was the 3 essential S? Within a scope, what we need? Okay. Within that, scale. Poor and developing country, which report? Oxfam report. Then one more thing we saw. Scope, within a scale, we yes, we have shortage, 2.5 trillion we have shortage. Then within another speed. So what? How will you substantiate it? ऐसे मैं हाथ घुमाता रहा या समझते रहे बोल दिया खत्म हो. Okay, 122.5 trillion billion. Okay, revision should be like that only. Okay, so this is the end of this chapter. Okay, so read it, try to decode it. We'll try to fix that. We'll complain it. The technical team will take care of it. But you should have at least told no, to whom you have complained it. You have complained? No one has complained. Okay, I will call them. Yeah, ma'am, please. Anyway, climate change.
So the question is, climate change financing needs to be restructured. Comment. So you actually talked about the scope, scale and speed. So probably we can build up on that only. We can say that so far they have done the efforts, but probably we need to change our gears with respect to adaptation and mitigation. So that could be one thing. For scale, we can say the Oxfam report thing only, that that 5 to 7 billion thing. Yeah. I'll present the 3S. Firstly, I'll explain that why it's not sufficient. I'll give some data that 5 to 7 billion was basically planned, but then still we are short of the target, and only 1.4 billion is being laid out for the financing. Then, as an improvement, we can talk about the 3S, where we can talk about scales, scope, and speed. So, scale, in that we already discussed about the adaptation and mitigation. For the scope, we'll talk that the poorer countries are more vulnerable as projected out by the Oxfam report. So we'll try to provide them financing. And then for speed, we'll talk about the GEF data that you told. Yeah, 13.
Okay, so in any conclusion or starting, you can also there is a scope of SDGs. So you will make your answer beautiful. Okay, in order to achieve SDGs, the focus should be on not only climate change but important aspect is of financing. Okay. Good. माइक तो चल रहा है, मैं नहीं लगाया. The second question, quickly.
Why we need resource efficiency, and what should be done to improve resource efficiency in India? First we should write the definition of resource efficiency.
Okay. Why? Okay.
And we can give one case study about Mathura refinery.
Okay.
Means it is reusing 20 million liters of treated water. And if G7 countries will adopt resource efficiency, means 28% okay. And then 7 pillars of Niti Aayog for 6 pillars. Okay. 6.
What should be done to improve resource efficiency? Right here, Niti Aayog 6 pillars will come. But why did you forget the SDG 12? What comes? You forgot.
Sir.
When you are addressing the questions, you should address holistically, not the information which you have got in the class. Though you have got the SDG 12 in the class itself, but should you mention it or not? There is a scope for it. Okay. Next question.
Actions of India with respect to SDG.
Yeah. What are the two?
Namami Gange and Solar Alliance.
Okay.
Yes.
You will explain the questions. Okay. So this question deliberately I kept so that you will try to use those two information. That is Namami Gange and which one? International Swachh Bharat Mission also, International Solar Alliance also. You can talk about anything. So are these questions worth enough to check your knowledge on this chapter? Yes. So we are done with this chapter.